It's this time every Wednesday morning we have a chat with the Mayor of the Hurunui District. Good morning, Mari Black. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Kerry. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good. Let's crack on. There's a couple of things that we need to talk about. I received a media release last week from Bells saying that the Hurunui District Council is going to be sticking to the game plan, but there is going to be a rates increase that's basically double what you were forecasting for the long-term plan. How is that going down?
Kerry, this is a significant change from what we'd certainly planned in our LT or prepared in our LTP. So you're right, there's another 5% on top of what we'd planned. And as a council, we're acutely aware of the impact across our community. However, we are in this really dynamic time where inflation has probably got away on the country, really, and so we need to manage our district and actually deliver on the services that our community expects us to deliver on, and no surprise to you that we are a large district with a large volume of infrastructure, and of course we have been caught up like individuals are with cost increases to deliver the services to our community. So it is something that councillors have debated long and hard to get to a position where we get a sense of understanding to convey that message to our community, and we look forward to meeting with members of our community at some public events coming up. 15th of May, I think is the first one. I beg your pardon, 16, 17, 18 of May. We're having public sessions, and councillors are available to speak, as is staff, to members of our community so that we can convey the story that we are confronted with. But in our budgets, it is core business we're delivering on. We are not anticipating any frills outside what we've planned. So,
okay, no, fair enough.
That's pretty much the story, but we are very understanding to the community and the effects on the community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Inflation, it's not just happening here in North Canterbury and New Zealand, it's happening right around the world. It's just, as you say, it's unprecedented. Well, it is. It's a different situation that we all find ourselves in at the moment. And hey, public, you will have an opportunity to go along and have a chat to your representatives about this. I would imagine that you've been poring over the decision last week from the local government minister Nanaia Huta in regards to Three Waters. What is your reaction to that?
Oh, look, Friday was a challenging day to hear that. I mean, I guess it's not surprising to hear that announcement, but it still doesn't take away the concerns that I have for our district in regard to our infrastructure needs into a much larger entity situation. And, the things that kind of keep you awake at night is to how will our district be given sufficient weighting against other districts as far as priority of projects across a large entity as an entity D, and that's something that is of concern and has been a concern for our council from the very beginning. We've always advocated for a pause and allow Tamata Arawai to settle in, and it would be really great actually if the government provided our ratepayers with a much better understanding of how the proposal would affect on a large rural district like ours. And so I would be urging our listeners to voice their concerns through the select committee process. I encourage all ratepayers to do that because there will be some ratepayers who see the future is in the reform, but equally there will be many ratepayers that see a challenge in the reform as it's proposed. So, this is our chance to voice through the select committee process, and that will be something that I will be urging our ratepayers to do so, because that's the democracy that we are fighting for. That's the democracy that we need to ensure that we are an active participant in that.
Absolutely, it is. Again, it is all about getting off your backside and going and doing something about issues that could affect you in a good or a negative way, but make sure that you are being heard in the select committee. Dan Gordon mentioned that yesterday as well. Okay, well, we'll sort of hurry up and wait on what's happening with the Three Waters, but a couple of other things that are happening in Waimakariri and in Hurunui is this new police app that's just been launched today, rurallookout.co.nz. Hurunui.co.nz. Now, explain what you think that means for the rural community of Hurunui.
Yeah, this is a fabulous opportunity across the rural areas within the Waimakariri and the Hurunui district, and it is a new app that you would download to your phone. My understanding is the police recognise that there is significant crime or incidents in our rural areas, but most goes unreported as an identified problem. So this new app is making it much easier for rural, remote, ratepayers or people that live in those areas to actually identify a concern and put it through. Now, for many people, they may be familiar with Snap, Send, Solve that we use as a district council, and I'm sure that Waimakariri use it as well. Mm-hmm. It's a very similar app on your phone, so you can identify and easily action that through to police. So we're trying to, when I say we, Tony Moore, North Canterbury Police have created this opportunity and envisaged this. So it's really about bridging the gap between suspicious activity and informing the police. And how fortunate that our two districts in Waimakariri and the Hurunui are the only two in New Zealand, I understand, to be part of this 2-year trial to respond to the police on suspicious or inappropriate activity in our rural districts. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what the outcome of those trials may be and see if we can have better outcomes with theft and crime within our districts.
Absolutely. It is aimed right at those that live in the rural community of Waimak and Hurunui. Not so much the living in the towns, it's the ones that, even on the lifestyle blocks and the farms and that sort of thing. Rurallookout.co.nz. You can download that app from your normal app store as well. And
I guess it's important to also note that the Rural Outlook app doesn't replace the 111 in emergencies, nor the 105 online service, but it's actually about giving another opportunity for rural people to report information that they see and believe is inappropriate from a safe community aspect.
Fantastic. I went up to Hammond Springs on Monday, caught up with a couple of people up there, and at the Hanma Pitch and Putt, we had a discussion about a Compass FM golf tournament, and your name was mentioned. How are you at swinging golf clubs, Murray?
Well, I come from quite a large genetic pool of golfers, but I'm not sure whether it actually fell too strongly in my respect. But my mother, in her time in golfing, did 2 holes in one, I think it was. Oh. So she was a pretty good golfer. She represented North Canterbury. So, So I've got some genetic possibility, but we'll see.
Well, check out Murray Black, the Compass FM golf tournament. We were up in Hurunui and connecting with one or two other people as far as Compass is concerned. But you've got something that you'd like to have a bit of a chat about in regards to Connect Hurunui. What's that about?
Last night I attended a meeting via Zoom with the new board members to Connect Hurunui. And Connect Hurunui is an organisation that's had a bit of a hiatus for a period of time for a whole lot of valid reasons. But these group of enthusiastic volunteers have picked up that mantle and they're looking to re-energise and provide the learning exchange and the time bank as their core services across the Hurunui. So I was really proud of the work that they've done and the vision that they have. We're getting to a time where people wanting to get back out and learn new things or contribute to the community in a different way, and certainly the time bank and the learning exchange under the direction of these fabulous volunteers is just around the corner. So I thought I'd give the community a bit of a heads up that we're about to launch again into some exciting opportunity.
Murray Black, Mayor of the Hurunui District, it's always a pleasure having you on Compass FM, and we'll revisit all of this and a whole bunch more stuff next Wednesday at around the same time. A busy week for you. Have a really, really good one, Murray.
My pleasure. Have a great, safe week, everybody. Thank you, Kerry.
Compass FM.